Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Tuesday, May 6th, 2025. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that is okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a dream that I had, and I briefly mentioned this dream in one of my readings not long ago. It was either in a reading that I mentioned it, or in one of my talk and eat videos, like my little 20-minute videos where I just like talk whatever and like eat something. I think it was in one of those videos. I mentioned this dream briefly about someone trying to destiny swap. So the reason why I'm going to talk about this now, I'm going to do this reading now, is because one, it's coming up now, and two, it's been ruminating in my mind all day. And I feel like I kind of had an idea, like I pinpointed who the person was, right? Because there's always a tell. There's always a tell. Okay, so I had this dream, I think it was like a week ago at this point now. I had a dream, and in this dream, I was on these platforms, and they were like layered, they were kind of like diving boards. They weren't diving boards, okay? The platform was like made out of wood, like wooden, you know, like if you go to like a pier, like those wooden piers, it was kind of like that, but they were layered. You know how like when you go to a pool and the pool has like different layered heights of diving boards, like there's this diving board you can jump off, like I don't know, like the 10-footer, and then the 20-footer, and then the 40-footer. It's like that, right? You know how those diving boards at those swimming pools? Okay, so that. And then you know how like when you go to like a beach or like a whatever, the piers are made out of wood. So that. So they were like these wooden piers, but they were like layered as if they were diving boards, all right? And I remember, and it was nighttime too. It was nighttime, and I was going down each one, 232. I was going down by the way, all day, like clockwork. I seen 1122, 1133, 1144, and then I kept seeing 69, and then I kept seeing like 234, and then I kept seeing 69. All of these numbers, and then at one point I passed by like a sign, because I was in a car. I passed by a sign, and the sign said 888. Like all of these, like all day, like it's just, I've just been bombarded with all of these numbers consistently all day, to the point. I also seen 7979, and then I seen 1818. I had a receipt that ended in 7979, and it was just, I don't know, but all of these numbers, like being bombarded with all these numbers and like being like noticing them, is just like, can I get a break? But that's not how that works, right? So moving on, back to the dream. So I was on these wooden planks, wooden piers, but because they were layered, I was going down each one. Like I was like taking my time going down each one, right? And then I got to like a certain plank. And when I got to a certain plank, there was a woman. It's like she was waiting for me there, right? This woman, she was taller than me. She was like skinny fat. Like she had skinny legs, skinny arms, but like from here, it was more bulbous. It was round, all right? But I remember her feet, okay? She was darker than me. She was, I feel like she was Hispanic, all right? She was dark-skinned, but not too dark-skinned, right? And then she had like her hair tied up in a ponytail, but the thing is, she had braids. It's like she had braids, and then she tied up her braids, and not the braids, like she had braids, but then she just tied her hair up in a ponytail. But these braids, they were like those braids that are like 443. They were like, you know how those people have braids where they're like long, they're like straight, and then the rest is curly braids. So it was like straight and then curly, and then that's the kind of braids that she had in her hair, and then she tied up She just put her hair up in a ponytail. And she was like wearing shorts. I can't tell if she was like wearing like chancletas, like flip-flops, or barefoot. And then she was wearing like a short sleeve shirt, like just like a regular. There was nothing wow about her outfit. It was just like a regular shorts, and right. But I remember her feet, right? I remember her feet. I feel like for some reason, I don't know why, but feet are one of the tails. There's multiple tails, okay? Multiple. But feet are like fingerprints. For some reason to me, I don't know why. Never mind, I'm not going to tell you that one, but whatever. So anyway, so it was like she was waiting for me, okay? And she was waiting for me there, and she was having a conversation with me, okay? I don't really remember what the conversation was about, but I do remember that there was something wicked about it, because we were having a conversation, she was talking to me, and she was getting me to like agree, right? Unbeknownst to me what I was agreeing to, right? So she was getting me to agree, and then it went from me going down these like piers, right? Taking my time going down them one by one, right? And then she was waiting for, she like popped up, she was waiting for me. Like she knew I was going to be at that specific pier at that specific time, right? And then we were talking, and then out of nowhere, the dream had shifted from me being there to me being in a shop, like a shop, like a store, right? But the shop, I remember it was like a voodoo shop. There were skulls, there were bones, there were fur, there were bottles, and it wasn't a different parts. It was because I remember like it was like as if the sun was setting down outside. That's what I know I want to move this, but I can't right now. So I'm just going to keep wafting it, but I can't move it right now. I actually have to light it again. So I remember like the ambiance, like the sun was setting outside. So I was able to see everything perfectly inside of the shop. And I feel like it was like a voodoo shop, because I was seeing like animal skulls and animal bones and fur and like all these trinkets. And it was interesting too, because the shop, when I went out, she had me agree to something, right? And then she had shook my hand and she said, "Thank you for agreeing to destiny swap with me." And we went outside. Well, she didn't say that, but that's what I got the feeling that's what she wanted me to agree, right? That's the feeling I got, that like everything I was agreeing to was leading up to that moment. So we went outside, and it felt like it was like in a rinky-dink town, like an old town, like I don't know, it was just like one of those, like there's no life in the town, like people, like you see people walking, there were donkeys walking, but it just felt like it was one of those towns where it was like the like a lot of the shops were closing down, the businesses were, people weren't being, the life was leaving the town, right? And then after I went outside, I started walking down the road. And then as I'm walking down the road, people are like cheering and celebrating. Hooray, yay, hooray, yay. And they were like applauding the woman. They were applauding and celebrating the woman because she had successfully destiny swapped with someone. Okay? And those words weren't being said, but I just knew that's what the whole point of it was. And when I was walking away and I heard people cheering, that gave me the sign that like whatever they were trying to do, like they were able to do it. So I feel like there's a woman that's like really, 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 I feel like this dream is like a warning. It's like a kind of like a premonition kind of thing. There's someone who's gonna like stop you in your tracks because they know you're gonna be at that certain time at that certain place or whatever, because they could have been watching you, spying you on you, stalking you. They're trying to catch you at the most opportune moment, right? And it could be to where you're not even expecting it. There is a woman who will stop at nothing to try and destiny swap with you. And it was interesting because the woman was obviously older than me. She was older than me. So there was an older woman around you. So put it like there's an older woman who wants to steal the future of a younger woman. How pathetic does that sound? That sounds very sad, right? But this is what this dream was about. This is what this reading is about. There's an older woman that wants to steal the destiny of a younger woman. whether that's you, whether that's the destiny of your child and you have a daughter, whether it's you know of an older woman who feels a certain type of way about a younger woman around you, whatever it is, right? If you feel like this is resonating, then I just seen 1011, right? If you feel like this is resonating with you, like, then obviously keep watching. But I do feel like there has been this agenda about an older woman who's been trying to steal the destiny of a younger woman, and this woman is stopping at nothing. All right, this woman has it in her mind that she has to have a conversation with you. She needs to speak with you. Part of this conversation, 141, part of this conversation has to do with you being very agreeable, okay? And not only that, but you also agreeing to things that you don't even know what you're agreeing to, right? This is someone who's kind of like, I keep getting this energy of like someone who's like talking in circles and you just agreeing like, yeah, sure. And before you know it, wait, what did you just say? What did you just say? Okay, this is someone older than you that's been trying to do this. Strength as I split the deck, and fulfillment as I split the deck. You're a very strong individual and your life is full of fulfillment. Like, you give meaning to your life. All right, whatever you do in your life has meaning to it. Like, you 1144, your life is full of life, full of love, full of potential, full of promises, full of opportunity, full of doors opening, full of this, full of that. All right? I feel like this woman feels like she missed opportunities in her life, or she... Okay, so this is going to sound really, really wicked what I'm going to say. Especially because I have a daughter and I can't 12-12. And I can't imagine this ever being like an actual thing, right? But for some of you, this could be your own mom. And she feels like she missed out on opportunities in life because she had to have you, right? Like, there was no such thing as abortions or this or that, right? She feels like she missed out on opportunities because you were born. Right? Maybe you were the one that wasn't planned, or the one that she didn't want. I know that sounds really mean to say, right? And I really hope that's not the case. But for a lot of you, you'd be surprised how many mothers there are that are jealous of their daughters. And it's really wicked in my book. And I've seen it firsthand, right? But you end up, if this is your mom or a mother figure around you, you ended up being, I just seen... 133. You ended up being a very, very strong individual who made something of themselves, right? I've also been getting this energy of, I've been picking up on this for like years, okay? But I guess tarot gives me a platform to explain these things more in depth, right? Especially as it comes up. Parents who sacrifice their children, and it may not, I'm not talking about like blood and gore. I'm saying they have children. They don't love these children. They don't want these children. So they let the world raise them. They are in a way sacrificing their child. Here, world, take this. This is your problem. This is your burden. I don't want this. I want to go live my life. I want to go have the children I want to have. I want to go have the partner I want to have. I want to go have the life I want to have. I want to go have the career I want to have. They will have these children, and a lot of them, right, they end up being raised by the world, which is very, very sad. So anyways, that's just like a side note, but that's because like I've been picking up on that. So back to the thing. So for a lot of you, your mom or a mother figure around you, your grandmother, your aunt, your older sibling who could be a sister. I'm also getting, for some of you, this could be an older sibling who doesn't feel comfortable being a woman or doesn't feel comfortable being a man. And, you know, they felt like if they were born second, they would have been the girl. Right? That's so weird and twisted, man. But this woman around you, this mother figure, I'll just say that because it kind of generalizes it, right? So this mother figure around you feels like because they feel like they missed out on opportunities, right? And they feel like they've been done a great injustice because despite everything, you still managed to be strong and full of life, full of opportunities. It's like, so the pomegranate, sometimes in the Holy Bible, the fruit that Adam and Eve, right? People think it's a apple, and other people think it's a pomegranate, right? I think pomegranates also represents love and abundance and wisdom. There's a Greek goddess that is also, I think, is Persephone, maybe, who is involved with the pomegranate. But I feel like you have your fruit speaks for itself. You have a very fruitful spirit. Okay, you have your fruit is divine. Your fruit is luscious. Your fruit is overflowing. Your fruit is powerful. Your fruit is energy. It's magic. It's love, okay? And somebody wants you to give them your fruit. This is an older woman that wants you to give them their fruit because they feel like it's only right because you were born. You're the one that, in their mind, right? Because you were born, you're the one that made them miss out on this opportunity, on this man, on this relationship, on this friendship, on this house, on this job, on this whatever. You were born. So because of you were being born, you're the reason why they missed out on all these opportunities. So in their mind, it makes sense that you give them your fruit. Give me that. You don't deserve that. That's mine. I'm older. It's because of you. I don't have my fruit. So give me your fruit. That's what they're thinking. That's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to do. So there's an older woman around you that has been trying to steal your fruit because they feel like, because this could even be like, you could be an aunt. You could be a niece and this is your aunt. I feel like if I say that, let me put it like this. So for some of you, this is a really, really dark reading. Associated, so hold on. Hera, the goddess of marriage and childbirth, and Persephone, the queen of the underworld. In Greek mythology, the pomegranate tree is most strongly associated with Hera and Persephone. Persephone, she's the goddess of spring, renewal, rebirth, right? But she's also the goddess of the underworld. She's Hades' wife, okay? So that represents, as a perfect representation of duality, right? So as a woman, right, we are not just all pretty flowers and la 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 la, right? We are also fury and storm and power, okay? Hera, she was, if I'm not mistaken, she was Zeus's sister, but also his wife as well, which I feel like that's kind of a symbolism as you having multiple roles in your life. You could be a wife, a mother, a cousin, a sister, an employee, a business, an entrepreneur, a spokeswoman, a chef, a baker. You can wear many, many hats, okay? The goddess of marriage and childbirth, okay? So you could have also, I talked about this in a reading before, where you were always meant for great love, all right? And someone tried to sacrifice your great love and tried to take that from you and did not work, all right? Marriage and childbirth. So you're meant to have a great relationship. You're meant for a contract. You're meant to be a mother. If this is not a mother of babies, this is the mother of ideas, the mother of creation. You're meant to create something, all right? Using your divine feminine abilities, your divine feminine gift to create, right? That is a divine feminine. They create, right? That's why all throughout history, it's mostly women who play music and, like, especially like in elite social societies, you know how a woman is brought up very well because she's very skilled and talented. She can play the harp, she can color, she can recite poems, she can sing, she can dance, right? That's how you know that a woman, wow, she's a proper lady, All right. So you could be a woman who wears many, many hats. She's fine. So what I was going to say is, for a lot of you, on a more darker tone, a little bit of a side note as well, but this could be one of the reasons why. Especially back then. Oh, look, fulfillment again on the bottom of the deck. For some of you, there could have been a mother figure in your family. 222. There could have been a mother figure in your family who feels like, because you were born, you're the reason why her husband, her boyfriend, her friend, her son had a wandering eye because of you. Hold on. Yes, my love. Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the wandering eye thing. So yeah, there could have been a mother figure that feels like, because you were born, you're the reason why her husband, her boyfriend, her friend, her son, her male figure around her that she whatever wanted, was involved with, whatever. You're the reason why they had a wandering eye. You're the they think that you're the reason why, and it's your fault, right? Well, you're the reason why, right? Because he was never like that before. It's, you must have done something. But you're like a child, right? Or something like that. So that could be a scenario, right? But there's an older woman around you that feels like you're the reason why they missed out on opportunities. So, and that's why they don't have a fruitful spirit. I can't use that deck right now because I keep like putting it back. All right, like I want to use this deck, but my hands keep putting it back. Like, no. So, like, we're not using this deck. So they feel like it's only fair, right? But ancestors. Yeah. So if this person is in your same family tree, right? 234. I just seen 2234, and that's a number that I have been seeing all day. 234. If this woman is in your same family tree, right? So this could be like an aunt or a great aunt, maybe like a half sibling or another sibling, or I don't know, like a grandmother, great grandmother. I don't know, second cousin twice removed. I don't know. They're in your family tree, right? So in a way, you have the same ancestors as this person, but your ancestors are more connected to you and more. They don't think it's fair that even though you're in the same family tree, your ancestors don't give a F about them in a way. And I know this sounds really mean to say, but I don't know how else to not be blunt about what I'm gonna say, which is that if you share the same ancestors, your ancestors, they don't care about that cousin. They don't care about that sibling. They don't care about that aunt. They don't care about that mother figure. It's a mother figure. They don't care about that mother figure. But you, they care about. They watch you. They protect you. Okay? When you're sleeping, they're there. When you're awake, they're there. Okay? When you're in the shower, they're there. When you're, baking apple pies, they're there. Okay? And this mother figure, she doesn't like that. Okay? She doesn't think it's fair. Okay? I'm also getting chop wood. Chop wood, I don't have that deck that chop wood is in, but I feel like chop wood is just like clearing out energy so you can see better, so you can have clarity. Just chopping things out of your life. All right? You were willing. I'm getting the reason why your ancestors, they're just like, throw them to the wolves. All right? That's another phrase I'm getting. Your ancestors just kind of like let the other ancestors get thrown into the wolves. So they're kind of like by themselves out in the world, the same way they try to leave you out in the world or try to Maybe this was like an aunt or like a grandmother or a sibling or something that tried to like sacrifice you to the world, but God was like, who gave you that authority?
Where's water?
Right here.
I need water.
You want some chips?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So the reason why, one of the reasons, there's tons of reasons, right? It's a lot of things that add up together. It's not just one thing. Like when you're making soup, right? Like when you're making chicken noodle soup, right? It's not just chicken in there. You need to have your seasonings, your broth, your stock, your vegetables, your chicken, and depending on what kind of chicken, it's multiple pieces of chicken, right? No, don't play with that. Leave it.
I'm holding.
Okay. So it was just an accumulation of things, right? Where your ancestors was just like, you know what? Just let them be. Just throw them to the wolves, right? This person, this mother figure within your family tree, who's trying to steal your destiny, who has a bad fruit, who thinks it's unfair that you stole this opportunity for them, when the reality is, give me the bowl, please. They were not willing to chop down things that were no longer for their higher good. Get rid of relationships, habits, ideas, mindsets, beliefs, goals, dreams, because not every goal is good, right? Not every dream is good, right? Like, I have a dream that one day I'm gonna be a bazillionaire, and come on, like, be realistic, right? It's not that like it's not like impossible, but it's just not in the cards for that person, right? Maybe it's in the cards for them to like live a modest life, and that's just not, they don't want that. Their dream is to be a mega millionaire and live the bougie lifestyle and have car, and their ancestors like, but that's not for you, that's not whatever. So they were not willing. It's accumulation and an accumulation of things, right? They were just not willing to get rid of these things, and maybe closed mindsets as well, closed-minded beliefs, negative ways of thinking, gossiping, treachery, just being two-faced, things like that. They were just not willing to let go of those things, right? It was not allowing them to see their clear path, their purpose. So, their ancestors were just like, you know what? If they're not even interested, they're not even trying, let's just focus our energy and our protection and our time on the one that does. The one that is trying, the one that does want to do, the one that does want to make us proud, the one that does want to make a change in the lineage, the one that does want to change things within this family dynamic, within this family tree, within this whatever, which is you. So, this person feels like, I'm also getting false support. They feel like because you're born, you're the reason why their prayers aren't being heard. Well, the reality is, I don't think their prayers were ever being answered. I think it was just an illusion, right? And then here you come along, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing what you're supposed to do, blah, 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 right? You're like the example of what it actually looks like to have your ancestors prayer. You want this one? Here. And I feel like because your answers are being prayed, you're the reason why their answers are not being prayed, or their prayers are not being answered. I love chips. You too? Universal Yums. I'm gonna be looking into Universal Yums.
One line. Okay.
I'm gonna do that like between
Later?
this week. Yeah.
Do I want?
What?
I said on.
Leave it on.
You love up?
No. Stop playing with it, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Salt.
Thank you.
Can I have one?
Yes. Have as many as you want. You're welcome to my chips.
Oh, it's Mama. This is for you. I'm done. I'm some water. I'm going to get in there again.
But finish chewing first before you drink some water. I don't want to have particle water. All right.
Here you go.
Thank you.
It's like water. Tasty. I love water.
It's particle water now.
I love water.
I love you.
I love my papa.
Jeez, man. Kids are so ruthless. But that's good. A bird? I think that's a mourning dove, baby girl. They slither behind your back. Yeah. You have a mother figure in your family tree that is doing some weird, shisty things behind your back. Alright. I also feel like this is... You'll know who this person is because this is a family member who you've known. Maybe you didn't want to realize it or pay attention to it or look at it or acknowledge it. But this is a family member that you know in your spirit does not like you. Right? Maybe they were always cold, or maybe they always made like weird jokes, right? That were like made you feel some type of way, but they were actually like poking fun at you, and then whatever. This is a family member who you've always felt, or you always questioned, like, do they like you or not? No, they don't. If you have to question if someone likes you or not, especially within your own family, that right there should tell you something. All right, there's no, and if this is a mother figure, you'll know because this mother figure in your family tree has never presented you with any maternal inklings, right? Like, you know how, I don't know, they just, I don't want you to play with that.
I put it right there.
Just leave it. They were never like, they were just cold and distant towards you, right?
Wait.
They were just not like,
Look at this.
yes. They could have been nice to like your other family members, but when it came to you, they were just like standoffish or something. Okay? For some of you, this could have been like a grandmother. Maybe because you had a different father, or then, you know.
Who said bird? Okay.
So like if this is like a grandmother, your grandmother has a son, and he's with the woman, and the woman had a child by a previous man, and then she has a child by that man that is belonging to, that is the son of the grandmother. So the grandmother would be more embracing towards the child that her son biologically had versus the child that belongs to another man. So she would be more cold, standoffish, lack of acknowledgement, things like that. People pick up on that, especially children. Children know, right? So if you ever felt something like that, that's just an example, right? If you've ever felt a type of way from a maternal mother figure in your family tree, that is the one. This is the one. This is the one.
Hey.
Right? This is the one. That's salt. That's mugworts. Say mugwort. So cute. Alright, let's see. Toxic relationship. This is someone who all they know is toxic relationships. No, baby, you didn't break it. It's fine.
I'm breaking it.
You didn't break it. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yes, it's okay.
I can't fix it. I can't.
It's not. You can't fix it because it's not broken.
It's okay.
No, it's not broken.
But this is beautiful. I like the strawberry.
Me too. I'm happy you like it. Thank you.
What I like is it's fun and different.
Yeah?
It got sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
I love sparkles.
I love sparkles too.
See, I wear this.
It's a good dress. I like it.
But it's okay. It's my hair is good again.
But your hair is still beautiful.
But look.
I'm looking. It's still beautiful.
I'm just only the one is one beautiful.
You're always beautiful. You want to put your hair up? Here.
Oh, dang.
You're welcome. Here, come here. Turn around.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Ooh, you're welcome. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So there's like a mother figure in your family tree, who all they have or experience are toxic relationships. They've never. I know this is gonna sound really messed up to say, but it's here in my reading. Put it like this: they've never had a good man, okay, in their life. They've never had a good man. They probably never really had an example of what a good man is, a good provider, a good man. Which, you know, and if they've always been in relationships or marriage or unions or situationships, whatever, with toxic men, right? That has made them more masculine in turn, because you have to defend yourself, you have to protect yourself, you can't relax and create, you can't be free, you can't be in your feminine era, you can't be, I don't know, like you're always struggling to get through the relationship, right? You can't breathe. All right. I don't know why their personal issues have anything to do with you, but this is just someone they're not. This could have been a cycle within the feminine in your family tree, or within certain family or certain feminines in your family tree. Right? They had to break the cycle of being with toxic men or toxic women, right? Knowing when to walk away, or when enough, or
I gotta do work. I gotta do work.
I feel like this mother figure, this feminine mother figure, they were not willing to let go, like chop wood. They were not willing to sacrifice those toxic behaviors and habits. Right, they could still thrive in them, live in them, right? But for some reason, they feel like because you were born, right, that's the life that they had to have. But in the reality of the situation is that they're not willing to let go of the toxic relationship, the toxic marriage, the toxic whatever this is. And on top of that, they don't even like you. So not only do they not like you, but their life revolves around toxic relationships with men. Which is crazy that this person feels like you should give them your fruit. You should give them your destiny. So this woman plans on coming in to kind of convince you to give them your destiny, your fruit. No. Don't touch the feathers. Hold on. What was I saying? Yeah, so now they want to come in and talk to you, get you to. They can't take it from you. They can't force it, right? They have to get you to willingly agree, right? They can't steal this. They can't take this, right? This is a very covetous person. And they feel like your blessing from the Most High God, your gift from the Most High God should be theirs, right? It's kind of like, I see you have God's gift. Give that to me. That belongs to me, right? You're the reason why God didn't give me the gift. You see how dumb that sounds? That's basically what they're saying. Because you were born, I don't have God's gift. Well, God only gave you that gift because you were born. That's why. That's the only reason why I don't have God's gift. That's basically what they're saying. That's basically, and then they want you to be like, oh yeah, you know what, you're right. You know, this is for you. That's basically what they want you to say. I'm gonna get two more. Taurus Earth. This is the things that you have. You have something. You have something this person wants. You have something, that your ancestors are here to make sure that it stays yours. You have something that this person wants to covet. You have something that the Most High God gave you. We have second house Taurus. Value, money, self-worth, possessions, gain and spend, own money, right? Because of your gift that the Most High God gave you, for a lot of you, it's going to be very abundant in terms of finances, right? But it's crazy too, because even if this person were, not that this is ever going to happen, but even if this person were to be able to take it, I have this gift, and that is it. They can't use it, they can't work with it, they can't utilize it. They have all the ingredients, but they don't know how to cook. They don't know what to do with it. I have this gift. It's going to go to waste. It's going to be put up on the shelf, collect dust, and rot. They don't know what to do with this. They want it so bad. So bad. They don't know the first thing of how to manage it, how to handle it, how to control it, what to do with it, the first step, the second step, the third step. They don't know. They just want the gift. They want it. But it's not going to amount to anything. It's going to go to waste. But with you, they could have had a gift and they let it go to waste. So the universe, your ancestors that you share, God, your spirits, angels, everything, everybody knows this person had a gift, and everybody's seen what this person did with it. Nothing. They did nothing with this gift. You have a gift and you're doing something with it. So of course you're going to be getting more, gaining more, having money, spending your own money. Of course. This person had a gift and they did nothing with it. So the fact that they want you to be like, give me your gift, because the only reason why you have that gift is because you were born. Give your gift to me. I have the gift. I'm going to put it on the shelf. You did all that work, right? The collective gave you their gift, and what are you doing with it? No, I'm not doing anything. Just look at it. But look at what? The gift is deteriorating. It's gone to nothing. It's collecting dust. Nothing is happening. The universe knows what this person did with their gift already, did with their potential. They did nothing. So it's the audacity that this person thinks that they can have your gift too, because they deserve your gift too. But everybody's seen what they've done with their gift. They've done nothing with it. So the fact that they think that they deserve your gift is like a big laugh in the spiritual realm. Like, that's ridiculous. No. Like, the audacity of this bitch. New relationship or love, 2 cards came out. They get to watch you live your dream. So, your dreams, multiple. Your dreams, multiple. So, that includes, but is not limited to, great love, relationships, money, finances, a house, a car, materials, protection, gifts, la 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 la. You get it all. And my reading I did recently, I basically said you get the house, you get the money, you get the cars, you get the clothes, you get this, you get that, you get it all. Right? Because you were willing to sacrifice, chop wood. You were willing to cut things down in your path to make it clearer for your ancestors to see you, to help you, to acknowledge you, to protect you. You made it easier for them. They are making it easier for you. This person is like, well, that's only because you were born. No. That's only because the collective has been doing the work, has done the work, is doing the work. You had a gift. You did nothing with it. You did nothing. So you have no right. You have no entitlement. You have no place to say what the collective is having, belongs to you. That's poppycock. That doesn't mean anything. What you're doing is making a fool of yourself, and you're giving a great laugh. It's a comedy show now. What you're doing now is, in the spiritual realm, they're turning on the TV. Oh, turn to the channel where the karmic is on. It's a comedy show. I just seen 444. This person is just a big laugh now. You were meant to shine. She's obsessed with you. I mean, need I say more? It's like, let me stop. Yeah, look. See, you were meant to shine as I split the deck. My handwriting is like chicken scratch, so she's obsessed with you. I'm telling you, what is that? There's something hiding. Just because you forgive, it doesn't mean you need to forget. Remember this lesson to move forward. So, forgive this person for not loving you, for not giving you attention, affection, being neglectful, being cold, being dismissive towards you, being distant towards you, not liking you. Forgive them, right? Because it's just, that'll never change. It doesn't seem like that'll never change for that person, right? They're never going to like you. All right, I accept that you don't like me. It is what it is. I got things to do. Peace out. And that's it. Just move on with your life. Which is what you're doing. Which is what you've been doing. Which is what you have done. All right? Oh, my God. Pisces. So, you could be a Taurus. You could be a Pisces. This person could be a Taurus. Or this person could be a Pisces. There's a lot in here. Look. Also, with the 12th house, something is coming to an end. This person doing this to you or them trying to covet what's yours is coming to an end. All right? This weird thing of getting you to willingly give up your fruit and give it to them just so they can put it back on a shelf and do nothing with it, that's no more. They're not. Ending, spirituality, self-undoing, hidden self-unconscious mind, karmic debts, self-deception, escapism, limitations, frustrations, subversion, confinement, secrets, secret relationships, hidden enemies, self-sacrifice, exile, bribery, funerals, murder, suicide, grief, tribulations, widowhood, endings, kidnappings, sorrow. Wow. This person feels like because of you, this was a hidden enemy the entire time. This mother figure in your family tree, your spirit was telling you all along that they never liked you. Just as if I'm gonna keep it as blunt as I can, keep it a buck. They never liked you. And you were picking up on that, but you were just like, oh, maybe that's just me. No, that couldn't be because that's my family member. Of course not. We're family, we're blood, we're this, we're that. Of course I can. All right. No. They did not like you, and your spirit knew that before you came to realizations with that. You knew that before you knew it. You knew it before you knew it. Bribery. I did a reading not too long ago where I was talking about how, let's say you have $1 and this person has 2 quarters and they're going to be like, well, I have 2 quarters, but because 2 is better than 1, you should give me your $1. And they're hoping that you would be none the wiser and be like, you know what, you're right. 2 is better than 1. Here, you can take my $1 and I will take your 2 quarters because it's a deal. 2 for 1, heck yeah. But what you have is more valuable than what they are offering to give you. This is someone in your family. Blood ties. You could have the same blood as this person. I gotta get my cards. Hold on. There was a specific deck that I saw. That I wanted to get. But because I kept seeing this deck and this deck, Queen of Swords reverse. Wow. This is a woman who's not doing well mentally. This woman is not doing well mentally. I just repeated that twice. I've been hearing that one song, The Kids Are Not Alright. If this woman has kids, her kids are not alright, but it could just be like she's just not alright. Right? This could be like a grown woman and the way she lives her life is just like very irresponsible. This could have been someone you've known since you were a kid, or maybe she could have been saying that child is not alright. There's something wrong with that kid. There's something wrong with that child. Saying that about you. Yeah, I kept seeing these 2 decks. So either one of these decks will do for the reading. Queen of Swords reverse. This woman could have also been like being very malicious, manipulative with your energy or trying to be in your energy right now, because the Queen of Swords reverse, one thing that she loves to do is manipulate and lie, right? And stretch the truth. So she's trying to manipulate you without you knowing into giving her your fruit. Because 2 is better than 1. Here's the thing. Let me tell you a little trick about dreams, right? There's always a tail, right? And depending on where you are in the dream, always look at the feet. Always look at the feet. If you can, do whatever you can to look down at the feet. All right? I'm telling you. I know in some cultures, I think it's like I think maybe India, right? And certain parts of certain villages and certain towns or whatever, they say like they're like these women that are like dressed up or whatever, like at nighttime or whatever, they're out and about, right? Like prostitutes and things like that. And they say to always look at the feet, right? Because if the feet are backwards, that's a spirit. If the feet are facing regular, then that's a human, right? That's just an example of, you know, that's like a tail out here in the 3D, right? The feet. That's something that can't be hidden. Okay, like another example in the movie Percy Jackson. First of all, they butchered that movie. Shame on M. Night Shyamalan for butchering that movie, okay? Nothing like the books. So I'm kind of glad that they're redoing the entire series. I think it's on Disney. I gotta watch it. The books are good. But in the movie, I mean, it talks about it in the book too, whatever. But in the movie, if you're more like a visual person, the movie, Chiron, right? He's a centaur. He's wheelchair bound because he's half horse, right? So he can't hide his feet any other way but staying in a wheelchair. The satyr, which is like the man who's half man, half goat. He had to, in order for him to like hide his feet, he had to use like those hand walkers, right? It's things like that, all right? It's there are limitations to these magics, all right? Limitations to these illusions, right? And once you're able to like see behind the veil, all you gotta do is look at the feet. All you gotta do is look at this. All you gotta do is look at that. Right? And it's just like, oh, that's that. That's that. That's that. All right? Is that by Daft Punk? I gotta look this up. I guess it's from a song by The Offspring that came out in 1998. The kids aren't alright. I'm reading the lyrics. Wow, this song is basically saying that all the kids who grew up in this one town, so all the kids who were once so lively and full of life and full of love, right? When they just all, their futures just suck. It's like, wow. When we were young, the future was so bright. The old neighborhood was so alive, and every kid on the whole damn street was gonna make it big, not be beat. Now the neighborhood's cracked and torn. The kids are grown up, but their lives are worn. How can one little street swallow so many lives? Chance is thrown, nothing's free, longing for it used to be. Still, it's hard to see fragile lives, shattered dreams. Jamie had a chance, well, she really did. Instead, she dropped out and had a couple kids. Mark still lives at home because he's got no job. He just plays guitar and smokes a lot of pot. Jay committed unaliving. Brandon OD'd and unalived. What the heck is going on? The cruelest dream reality. Jeez. Someone was hoping that would be you. Someone so full of life and bright and chances and opportunity. Right? Somebody wants you to give them that. Your bright future, your hope, your love, your life, your opportunity, your shininess. Someone wants you to give them that. It's a mother figure in your family tree. And it's crazy because in that song, all the kids grew up and their lives were crap. So you could have grown up and your life is still pretty good. Right? Or your life is not pretty good. And this woman feels like, this mother figure in your family tree feels like your life was supposed to be not good. So because it is good, you should give them your good life because you weren't supposed to turn out this way. And on top of that, that's supposed to be theirs. It's like they made a deal or something like, you're the reason why I don't have a good life. You're the reason why I don't have these opportunities because you have a good life. But it's weird because the good life is yours. Like, it's for you. It's yours. God gave you the good life that you have. But someone feels like because you have the good life, they don't have the good life. It's like you're taking it away from them, which is so crazy to me. Because it's like, how can you take something that was never meant for... Like, it was never yours. How can the collective take something that was always theirs? How can something be yours that was never yours to begin with? So this person feels like you should give them your good life because they deserve it, and you're the because you being born, they don't have a good life. That's just, man, there's just, it's so wild. Knight of Swords upright. This person's going to be coming rushing in towards you. They're going to rush in towards you to communicate with you, to speak with you, to talk to you. And they're going to be using a lot of words and tricks of the mouth and manipulation and trying to say this to confuse you up here and just... I'm getting like sleight of hand as well. This person, they're gonna be playing tricks in your face. Two of Cups. To get you to be in a partnership with them. To get you to work with them. But it's like this person wants to get you to work with them or wants to... First of all, why would I give you something when I know you don't like me? Why would I give you my bright future? Why would I give you my gift? Why would I give you this when I know you don't like me? Why would I give that to you? And you're asking me to give this to you. But I know you don't like me, and you know you don't like me. The Star reverse. Could be a karmic Aquarius. Could be a karmic Pisces. It could be because with the Star reverse, they feel like they have no future. They have no hope. They can't heal. They're trauma. I feel like this person wants to trauma bond you, or they tried to get you to be trauma bonded with toxic relationships in your life, right? Try to get you stuck with multiple kids or something, or make you feel like you can't leave your environment, like that one guy who was like stuck at home, right? Make you feel like you're stuck, you can't do anything, you can't get a job, you don't have any prospects, any opportunities, right? This person feels that way about their future. There's no hope for them for their future. They want you to give them your future of hope and possibilities and abundance and relationships and loves, and you get to fulfill your dreams and you get to have things that are yours, that you get to keep. They want you to give them that. That doesn't make sense. Why would I give you my happy ending that's meant for me so I can move on from this, right? Why would I give that to you? just because you decided not to do what you have to do to earn your happy ending. That's the part that I'm confused about. What? Why do you think you can ask that? Why do you think you can ask that? That's the part that's just... That is the why that I'm just... I'm befuddled. I'm flabbergasted. Alright? The World upright, Six of Wands upright. This weird energy that this person... I don't know, this... We have the World upright, and then in the 12th house energy, we have endings. This weird person of trying to be all weird and covetous in your energy, trying to take things from you, that's no more. Your success is your success. This cycle has been completed of this person trying to do this, which is crazy because they're gonna try and do it. I just seen 111, but it was 010110. This person, they're gonna try again, but they don't understand that there's nothing for you to try. What's mine is mine, and what's yours is yours, and what's mine is mine, and what's yours is yours, and that's that. That's the World upright and the Six of Wands upright. This cycle is no more. You've completed a cycle. You've completed something in your life. It could have been a lesson. It could have been a cycle. It could have been this relationship. It could have been a lesson. I feel like I said that already. You completed a lesson, which is why you're in the Six of Wands. You earned this. This is yours. You deserve it. So I feel like one of the lessons could be toxic relationships, when to move on from a toxic relationship, when to leave a toxic relationship, recognizing a toxic relationship, right? Realizing that there are two parties in a toxic relationship, the abuser and the person that is staying. Oh girl, this just happened. Oh guys, I don't know what to do because she just be doing bull. Leave. And I know. It's not that simple. It's not, but it's not impossible. Okay? So I feel like for a lot of you, a lot of these cycles and these lessons could have been about toxic relationships, when to recognize it, acknowledge it, all that stuff, right? Even it could even be a toxic relationship within yourself, right? Realizing when you're being cruel to yourself, when you're judging yourself, criticizing yourself, being mean to yourself, polluting yourself, poisoning yourself, right? Just recognizing those things. Hi, my beautiful girl. Oh, you got on the phone. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on? How can I help you?
Can you change me?
Of course I can. Give me 1 second, okay? All right. Talk soon.
Hey,
Yes?
you gotta be quiet.
Gotta be quiet. Okay. I have to hang up. Bye. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Everything that this person has done has gone to waste. And their efforts are going to waste, and they've done nothing. They haven't been putting in the work. They've been wasting their time, their energy, their efforts, their gifts, whatever. They've done nothing. Eight of Pentacles reverse. They're not doing anything. They've done nothing. But they want your success. They want this. They want this. This is yours. Right? You did the work. You completed these lessons. You learned these lessons. You completed these cycles. Blah, 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 blah. Generational courses. Great. Hooray. Congratulations. You did it all. They've done nothing. But they think if they ask you, can I have your success? Do you honestly think the collective is going to say yes? They've done nothing. But they want this. They want your success. Okay? They want you to be... Well, you know what? Because you're my aunt, you're my sister, you're my cousin, you're my mother, you're my grandmother, you're my this. You know what? No. Bye.